Welcome to the Geeks Attic. This is a book review of Star Wars: The Princess and the Scoundrel. Star Wars: The Princess and the Scoundrel was written by New York Times Bestselling Author Beth Revis. This novel was published by Del Rey, and it takes place immediately after the events of Return of the Jedi. It's scheduled to release August 16th, 2022, so a big thank you to Del Rey for sending out this copy for me to review. Now let's get to a brief summary, and this is probably going to be the briefest summary that we've done for a Star Wars book. The rebels celebrate a major victory over the Empire, but that celebration lasts only a day. The reality is they won a battle. The war, it still rages on. If you've read Star Wars canon post-Return of the Jedi, you'll know that the Emperor has a contingency plan. Here we find out how those transmissions are released out into the galaxy. Rebel Alliance leadership fears that the tactics of the Empire are changing. They fear more direct, discreet attacks, such as assassination attempts on key Rebel players. Not only are they worried about the Empire, but former political rivals, the Hutts, other crime lords, business owners that relied on Imperial contracts to remain in business. It's likely that these organizations are going to be a little irritated with the rebellion for disrupting their lifestyle. While the rebels are still on the forest moon of Endor, Han realizes that he just can't live without Leia. He needs to solidify that relationship. He needs to marry the princess. And that's what he does. It's not a big fancy wedding or anything, but it works for them. It's a good wedding for a couple that just saved the galaxy. Mon Mothma will gift them a honeymoon, sending them off on a galactic cruise, but it's cut short because Leia just can't help it. She cannot separate pleasure from business. So, honeymoon cut short, Han and Leia just kind of wind up fighting the Empire once again. Now let's get into my overall thoughts. Beth Revis, she writes a pretty good story here. It fills in some gaps that a lot of fans have been wanting for a while now. I thought she did a pretty good job. However, it is a bit of a slow burn, which I really like, but I know a lot of Star Wars people really like action. That doesn't really kick in until about 75% into the story, but like I said, I like it. You get to focus in on some character development, which is always nice. We get a really good look at the internal conflicts taking place within Leia, her struggle with the Force, politics, war, her lineage, and her love. There was a great conversation between Luke and Leia about what the future holds. I thought Beth Revis did a really good job with that. It was nice to see those siblings talking it out immediately after Vader's death. We get to see a softer side of Han Solo, a man willing to change his life for someone that he loves. He's run from love in the past, and hey, he even tried to run away from Leia at one point, but he couldn't help but fall deeply in love with her. I thought that some of Han Solo's dialogue felt a little flat, and if we had some more details surrounding that dialogue, it would have helped set a better atmosphere, a little bit, deeper understanding of some of his emotions behind what he was saying. But other than that, most of the dialogue was excellent. One thing, though, that didn't make much sense to me was that Leia, she was wanted by the Hutt crime lords. Now, for the death of Jabba the Hutt, how would the Hutt crime lords know that Princess Leia is responsible for killing Jabba? Maybe he had like a live holo projector up and was communicating with other Hutts, and they witnessed Leia kill Jabba? I mean, who else escaped and survived Jabba's, flying palace thing?
Did I just say flying palace thing? What is that thing called?
Sand barge. It was Jabba's sand barge. It would be nice to know, though, how that information got out. I would really like that in a story. That would be cool. There were just two things in this book that I thought could have been left out. They were like shoved in there because it's 2022 and it's Disney Star Wars. But overall, it's a good story. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. A nice zoom in on the relationship of Han and Leia and how they just love each other and their job. For the rating, I will give Star Wars: The Princess and the Scoundrel a 4 out of 5 stars. It was an easy read that really shed a lot of light on some of our favorite characters. And that'll do it for this book review. Check me out across all social media at The Geeks Attic and thegeeksaddict.com. Have a good one.